Good afternoon, evening, boom. Good evening, welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Thought I'd do a little bit of a Sunday night round-up. A Sunday night round-up, just to see where everyone's at this evening and where Celtic are at in the table, and just to get a check-up with the other score lines that happened today. Not that I've checked them yet, but let me just get some of the comments that's coming up. I think, yeah. Let's get over to the SPFL table first of all, and yeah, it's so simply the best Sundays sometimes are hard to come by. Simply the best Sundays are sometimes some of the best Sundays that Celtic fans could ever have. Is today one of those simply the best Sundays? Let's look at the other scores in the SPFL today. First up this afternoon was Kilmarnock versus Celtic. Celtic ran out victors, demolished Kilmarnock in the first half. Kilmarnock pulled one back. Celtic got a fifth. It should have been six. Shoulda, coulda, would have. Should have been 6 goals. Heart of Midlothian, both they absolutely pummeled Dundee United. Fair play to Hearts for that one. And then Motherwell versus Falkirk were 0-0. And wait a minute. What? God, I just seen that scoreline. Coming live from Ibrox. Rangers 1, Hibernian 2, full-time result. That means that the table looks a little bit like this. Let's get rid of that comment because it's just getting right in the middle of things. Let's put the microphone there. Also, oh, look at that. Rangers are down in 9th place with 2 games played and 1 point on the board. Anyway, top of the table is Celtic on 6 points. Goal difference of 5. And then there's St Mirren. Motherwell, Hearts are back up to 4th place in the league. And Hibs have jumped up as well. Fantastic one for Hibs. They've moved up to 7th place in the league. That's pushing Aberdeen down. Down. Aberdeen started off around about 6 this afternoon, did they not? Anyway, who cares? Because the funny thing is I wonder how our friends are doing. Let's jump into some of the comments. If Carlsberg don't do Sunday afternoons, but they did. Simply the best Sundays come to those who wait. 5 points behind already. Yep. That's our board will be saying didn't need any more signings after today. Don't say that because as fantastic as we did play today, we need more players in. And Sean Maloney has said, give you a bit of an update. I did put it on Facebook just a couple of minutes ago. Let me just go to the Facebook page and then I'll read what I put up. McInnes raging. Bill raging. Let me just get this post. I just share the screen to the page. Why not? Why not? I did put this up on the Facebook page just a couple of 27 minutes ago. Celtic transfer plans remain unchanged. Sean Maloney has confirmed that the Celtic transfer plans are continuing as normal despite Martin O'Neill's temporary absence from the dugout. Martin O'Neill's recurrently, blah, 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 undergoing. He went on to say whether had been any transfer developments over the previous 24 to 48 hours. Maloney revealed that there had been no fresh breakthroughs. No, I don't think so, he said. He says, the last I spoke to Michael and Martin about this was yesterday after training, so nothing at that point. Although there has been no immediate progress, Maloney made it clear that Martin O'Neill's recovery has not affected the Celtic's recruitment plans or changed the players being targeted. All the players that we wanted and all the targets that we are still the same, Maloney explained. That nothing really has changed. You've got to respect what has been thorough. And trying to take some of the workload off the pitch for him for a few days, but it's just going on as normal. Normally, hopefully he's back next week. Martin O'Neill remains in contact with Michael Nicholson and continues to be involved in transfer discussions. Meanwhile, Maloney and the coaching staff are taking on additional responsibilities for training and match preparation. That is the update for you this afternoon when it comes to Sean Maloney and the Celtic board and Martin O'Neill. I get what you are saying. Okay, then let's go and. It's only fair that you look in on your neighbours in dark times, and Celtic fans are renowned for looking in on their neighbours in time of need, and we will continue that. This very moment, as we just wait on the adverts finishing, and then we can cross over to our dear friends. Let's see if we get this to come in. And I'll just turn this down a minute. I may lose voice as I get some of this in.
Because it's down to Rangers, and we definitely.
No, but what you can also say in the same hand is that moments change games. Like I said at half time, decisions do change games. If Hibs don't get that ridiculous penalty, could the game go in a completely different direction? Yes, it could.
Yeah.
But again, that's not making an excuse for the manager and the players, because if a game does go in a certain direction, you've got to be good enough to then move in that. I know it's a crap analogy, just move in the direction of travel, and do your best and go on and take the game away from the other team and the officials and all the crap that goes around about it. And right now, we're not good enough to do that. And like I say, and I know loads of people disagree with me, no matter how bad it gets, we need to stick with Derek. Yes, and that is my opinion. But as a Rangers supporter, I want to see it changing from tomorrow in training, you know. And my worry is that I don't
Let me
think
just
it's going to change. The majority
this.
of supporters go, I'm out, get.
This super track, that's exactly what you're saying. That's 1 win in 8 now, dead rubber. Stretching back to last season, yeah, that's not on McInnes's fault. Is it fault? It's right. I mean, the last game we won was against Falkirk. That shows exactly what the club are looking at right now. When the game marks no team, last game of the season was it 5-2, and now we just look like we can't even get a goal. I do think it's quite funny, by the way, at this point that you do look like the Hibs representative staying on the green side. So
Get out of these. No, I'm really not. I don't know. People, and again, I'm not arguing with anybody, and I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying that this is my thought process about giving McInnes as long as it takes, or at least giving him a bit longer than we would usually give managers, because all our decisions in the past haven't worked, and we're still sitting in the crappy position that we're sitting in. So that's why my take is that regardless of how bad it gets, we just need to keep going and hoping that it will turn around. But and again, with all that said, Alex, we've got to win on Thursday. We had to win the day. You can't lose your home games in Scotland and expect to go on and win the league. You just can't.
you can't. So bad. A lot of people think you would get a new one. I don't know why. I'll try and fix it for next time. At least we can be with them on with somebody else. But it's down to us. And listen, I don't want to point out.
You need to change your mic output in video so that you're not getting the mic output going through two different.
Video as well. So you can hear me though.
But if you got like a microphone on your webcam or something that you can use
Or
video.
oh, I can do that. Try that. We'll try that. See if that works right. Mark, the webcam. You should hear me. And listen, I don't want to point out comments from other teams, right? This is Celtic Mad 1888 in the comments. A lot of the times you will get fans from rival clubs coming in laughing about it, but even he's saying it was never a penalty. So, you know, when that's the Scottish football saying, well, listen, you can actually see the fact that the refs aren't getting it right when somebody from a rival club is coming in and saying, yeah, the reaction to that's never a penalty. And let's be honest, it wasn't, but that is, I'm going to say it right now, Martin, that isn't a penalty that just happens against Rangers. That happens against every team all season long, and that's the
St Mirren got a couple of howlers last season against them. Motherwell obviously got a couple of howlers against them last season. Most notably, obviously, the Phantom handball and stuff like that. So, falling foul of these terrible decisions, and again, it's happened today. But again, I make the point, and I will continue to make the point out. We need to then move on for that, and we need to find a way to go on and win the game. The club behind the scenes need to try and do what they can to try and sort out Lolly Column and the referees, and all the clubs need to come together on it. But you can't use poor decisions as excuses for losing games. Unless it's like the 94th minute, you know what I mean, and the decision goes against you, and it's a horrendous decision, in which case you get more of a basis to then maybe have a goal. But when it happens that early in the game, Rangers as a club should be good enough to come back for that setback and go on. And right now, mate, we aren't. And Shankland again today, very quiet. Alex, I don't know about you, but what you think of Shankland's performance, but again, very, very quiet. I think Nico Raskin as well at times throughout the game. I don't think he was at his best. So there's some individual, not just the manager or not just the
Oh man.
Luxury hotels don't buy their
Oh
from
come
expensive
on,
hotels.
Jesus.
Here's why.
They've got adverts switched on.
That's not on Shankland that you want.
Sneaky. Imagine putting adverts on in the middle of their lives.
It just looks like, I don't know, is he worried about taking a shot? Is he not sure if he's going to get the I don't know. But you just hope that him and Raskin pull the finger out. Is this Raskin because he just wants to move away? Because
No.
But it looks like it don't matter. It looks like he's not interested. And I'm sorry, he doesn't.
I don't think he looked disinterested today at all. I just thought that the stuff that he was trying wasn't coming off from. But there was certain points within the game where Raskin was playing. I don't think it's got anything to do with him wanting away or anything like that whatsoever. But listen, Alex, the fact of the matter is we lost the game. We've not won a league game yet in the opening 2 games. It feels like Groundhog Day, mate, and I don't know how that's going to change.
Oh man.
There's no ifs, ands, buts or maybes about it. It has to change come tonight. The fans will be demanding a quick start against Jagiellonian, demanding a goal. See if not, we will be in a bad position. And John saying, are we overanalyzing this? Definitely not.
I don't think so.
Lost at home. Like, if we're sitting here going, we won 1-0, with negative points, then but the fact that we lost it, we lost it in such a way that it was the 92nd minute, no didn't come back. That's where you're then having the critique, and a very fair critique.
Anyway, right, that's me had enough of that lot.
But like I've said, yeah, is it horrible? Is it good enough? Is it horrible? Yes. Is it good enough? Absolutely not. But have I seen signs in there from 1 or 2 players that if they get the right players in, or Derek McInnes somehow manages to change the mentality of a few of these players, or the philosophy, or whatever it is he needs to change? Can we go on a run with some of the players that I've seen? Absolutely, yes, we can. Positive that's going to happen. Am I confident that's going to happen? No. But can it happen? Absolutely it can. Absolutely it can. But again, I'm also not sitting here trying to pretend that everything's going to be alright. No, because nobody knows. No. But is it all completely over, doom and gloom, everything done? No, not for me. It's not. Absolutely not. Is it nowhere near good enough right now? 100%. It's nowhere near good enough. Can it change? Yes. Will it change? I don't know.
And there you go. That's that lot.
We will be back tonight, 9 o'clock, for the
There we go. That's me back. That's them gone. That's that. I had enough of that lot. And let's get some of the comments in. Let me just get rid of. Are they still on there? No, they're not. Let me just get rid of that. And who ho ho ho, off we go. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Celtic, let's get a little bit of update from Arne Engels also this afternoon. Arne Engels spoke to Sean Maloney after training yesterday. Sean Maloney's revealed that Arne Engels asked to speak to him on Saturday, producing one of his best displays. Has Arne Engels wanted to go out there and show? Maybe Arne Engels is feeling that there's been not bids come in for him, and that clubs are maybe undervaluing him because of the displays he's put on. Maybe Arne Engels went out today and put on that performance so that Celtic do get 25 million for him. Sean Maloney said after the game today, he says, I think that today Arne was as good as I've seen him. I thought he was excellent towards the end of last season, and I says it was hard for him during pre-season. We hadn't seen the best of him during pre-season, but he's been the usual all the time. He wasn't with his national team, so it's not been an easy summer for him. I spoke to him, and I'll be honest, he wanted to see me yesterday, and he was really strong on wanting to put in a good performance today. He showed determination at Rugby Park. Engels was involved right from the start with Casper Ho, and the move come from, it was actually the ball to Arne Engels came from Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor to Arne Engels. Arne Engels, that lovely chipped ball right over the back post and headed into the back of the net with Casper Ho taking a little bit of a boomf off the post at the same time. Maloney was also full of praise for Engels and Maloney and the back four. He says that he thought the back four did well today, apart from the second half, and apart from the second half when we were letting a goal because we changed defenders. When it comes to the news about Alistair Johnston, the latest that I have on the Alistair Johnston one, Sean Maloney has addressed the possibility of Alistair Johnston and Arne Engels leaving Celtic as they prepare for the Champions League game. You know, those departures, do they need to wait? And will teams wait until we play those games in the Champions League? When you look at it, the fact that Celtic need to win this game, we must get into the Champions League. It's of paramount importance to Celtic Football Club that we get into the Champions League. It is only... Let's just share the screen. It is only 5 days, 23 hours and 18 minutes to the next game. Those two players were pretty much trying to get away as soon as possible. After the Dundee United game, it is the game on the Wednesday night at Celtic Park. Should Celtic try and retain the services of both players for those two games? Will teams ultimately sit back and say, no, we want the players, we take them now, or we'll leave at Celtic? And then you're left with a couple of players that are unhappy at Celtic over the course of the season. Let's hope that that doesn't happen. But when it comes to both players leaving, potential exits, excuse me, still sit with Martin O'Neill. Martin O'Neill has the final say, as does Michael Nicholson. Maloney said, I think Michael and Martin will probably tell you the exact same on our strategy around from outgoings in terms related to the Champions League. So it looks like from the outside, there is no suggestion from Maloney that either players are close to leaving, but it leaves open the timing of any potentials. It looks like Celtic have spoken to the teams that are after Arne Engels and Alistair Johnson and said, can you hang off until we at least get the home leg game of the Champions League done, so that we could win it, and then we'll go away from home, and hopefully we'll have the game tied up by that time. So it's just a case of going away from home on a Tuesday in Austria. not a bad weekend for some folk into Austria. Some good beer, and a game on Tuesday. Fly home Wednesday morning. Bob's your uncle, as they say. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section about that. Ho ho ho, he's magic, you know. Well, yeah, that'll resurrect that song, won't it? Should have bet a bet on McInnes for the end of the season. Let me just jump on something a minute, because Des, I'm on Facebook right now. Try the live chat. It's not been seen in the chat. I don't know why that is then, Des, because you're not on a banned list. I've put your channel on I've put your channel on a list of automatic things. So Des, I've just sent you a message. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, mate. If the teams want them right away, but if there's a chance to keep them for these games, then it's great. Out before he's even broken his brogues. We need Hassan and Bauer in this week. Arne can go for anything over 20 million. Well, looks like Celtic are wanting to have a little bit of 25 million in the pocket. Mulligan from Hibs, surely a target. He looks as if he's going on his way to Italy, and we can't cope with the Italians when it comes to wages. Heatwave in England, but it's -5 at Ibrox. If they did, no, it's not. It's only, well, it's it's -5 points. Darren McGuinness gone before Halloween. Lol, GBH. I love this, Jarrell Baz. Get the Hawthorn started. Michelle, let me just check. I've put him on as I need to see the channel. He needs to be on the channel before you can go straight in as moderator. I'll just check content. Give us a few minutes, folks, because I was just trying to sort something out for Big Des. Content live. No, it needs to see it on here, doesn't it? Let me just go on to another page. Studio. Talk amongst yourselves. So I'm just going to settings. Nah, because he's already set up permissions. Community user management. Yeah, approved users. Big Des. Des, you should be able to comment because you're as an approved user. So if you're not, if the comments aren't coming through, you've done something to upset. Because you're on as an approved user, Des, on the channel. So I don't know, maybe YouTube's banned you because you've been bad on some of the other channels. 27 degrees now, Melton. 27 degrees, is that all? Disappointed FC strikes again. Have they spoken? Oh, have they spoken? Let me just jump on to this. Have they said that the great disappointed? Let me just see. I'll be on. It was on Sky, wasn't it? No, nothing from Rangers on Sky yet. It wasn't on Sky. It was Premier, wasn't it? Damn. Premier Sports. Minutes ago, nothing from Rangers as yet. We can hear from the Hibs manager. Nah, I don't want to hear from the Hibs manager. Nothing from Rangers as yet. They've just been speaking to the Hibs manager, and McInnes is not even coming out. McInnes. Oh, wait, no, that was 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Let's see this.
Does that reflect some of that feeling after match?
Partly, yeah, because I do think that the best way of staying in the team is by playing really well, but as a player, but I do think the opportunity to bring a bit of freshness to it. You know, it's a 2.5 hour bus journey, 2.5 hour flight. Go back to my beds about 3:30. So, and I've got a squad that's quite strong in certain areas. So it's
That McInnes is a clown, isn't he? Oh, that McInnes is a clown. He's got the brogues, but that's all that matters. Anyway, right, I'm going to jump back in it. So it's Rabble chat saying Derek is finished already. Who cares about what? Fantastic Sunday. Beautiful day. Can't wait for their phone in. It's a members only phone in, so you have to be a member to be part of the channel. You didn't tell me you're a member of their channel. Jesus Christ. Heard they took his brogues off and chucked them in the air and they hit Neil McCann on the way down. It's -5. And Government, anyway, there's lots of hilarity on the channel. So I need to get back onto this page. Let me just see if there's any more news. No. It's just what Sean Maloney said after the game today, which kind of gives us a bit of, I don't know, hopefully we'll get the signings in the door next week. This is a wee shy bag. He'll be gone already. He'll be. In fact, there's no bus for him to go to. Is anybody outside? Who cares? Anyway, right. Let me just double check one last thing. Scottish League table before we leave this afternoon. Hide that comment. There is your Scottish League table this afternoon. As you can see, Celtic are top of the table with 6 points. Goal difference of 5. Rangers a goal difference of -1. And they're in 9th position. Aberdeen, the really bad Aberdeen are above them. Falkirk are below them. Dundee United are below them. And Kilmarnock are below them. Well, may it be the best Sunday that you've ever had. Simply the best Sunday that you've ever had. McInnes sounds disgusted. He hasn't spoke to... he hasn't given us an... oh! Wait a minute! Don't go anywhere! Let me get this sound sorted.
a penalty. But we've got a lot of the game to try and rectify that. I do think it's really soft, and I'm surprised the referee was brought over it. But we tried to change one or two things just to try and get more in attacking threat. We thought with Anya being booked, and we thought he was getting a lot of space. We thought we'd try and double up on that side with Finlay and Daisuke on the right hand side. But I have to say it didn't really quite work. But I thought when it did go into strikers, I thought we were far more effective, and I thought the equaliser was way more than it was more than we deserved at that time, and I thought we just looked to try and win the game. And can't fault my players' effort. They went hell for leather to try and win the game. I think I had 2 shots in target, and they've won the game. And it feels like we've been mugged off a wee bit. It's a disappointment afternoon, but I'm delighted with the players' efforts. First and foremost, I think there was some positives. I thought McCann had a brilliant debut. I thought we actually defended better, and which sounds a bit silly when you've lost 2 goals, but as I say, one was a penalty and one was on transition when we were trying to win the game. And I think even there's a goal, the winning goal, I think it took a wee deflection as well. So there's little things going against us at the minute, but we have to just stay strong, stay together. I said that to players, we're not as bad as some people think. We will get better. That's important why this window was always going to be very important for us in the club
to try and come out as strong as we can. And at the minute, we're trying to work boys who are coming back, players that are just in the door, try to work everybody back to the kind of same level of fitness. So we're trying to manage that situation. But listen, I understand the fans' frustration. They want to see their team win. They expect to see their team win, particularly here at Ibrox. And I totally feel that frustration as well, because we were all frustrated with that. But I thought the effort
Go on,
was
say
there.
it, say disappointed.
I thought it was a better performance second half. Just take who will win.
How is Yusuf Chamiti?
I just checked with him there. It's some sort of knee pain he's got. More of an impact injury. So we need to wait and see how that is. That's basically me to speculate. But he'll leave in a boot in a brace. And we'll see how he is after a scan tomorrow. So obviously I thought he looked sharp as well at the early part of the game. And there's that little readjustment, which is far from ideal.
I understand the club's turned down a club record fee for him.
Yeah, so I believe. You know, offer an approach certainly yesterday. You know, it's been turned down, and it is when there's any interest by any players. Obviously, that's a big number. He's a big player for us. So delighted that that, and it's just a big part of what we want to do here.
And you've said you understand the fans' reaction,
man.
frustration at the end, but you get that.
Yeah, I share that as well. I share the frustration. Particularly when it was harsh on us today, there's no two ways about it. I don't know. I think if you look at the Club today, it was a performance that should have ended up in a win. I think the stats will tell you that. But I thought we've had to dig deep a wee bit, and we're going to have to take it. It's a real blow for us. But it's 15 years of frustration here. One title win in 15 years, so that builds up. So the noise becomes bigger quite quickly, and I share that with you. I really do.
Oh man.
Do is really try to get the strongest squad as possible, and everybody's working hard to get the level of player that in turn gives us a level of performance that our Rangers fans would expect from the team, and we will get it.
Thanks, Derek.
Thank you, Richard.
Boom! Jesus God. Wait till I get the sounds back to normal. That down. That one back up. That one down. And that was it. That's that is Derek McInnes. Absolutely fantastic. He is not happy. He didn't say the disappointed word. He was he didn't say it at all. We all know that he's disappointed. He used other connotations to say that it's not good. What a giggle on a Sunday. Anyway, we were all waiting. We were all waiting on the disappointed word. It was like, come on. Anyway, that's me done and dusted for this afternoon. I'm loving the comments. Well done to the Hibbies. Yeah, we should say well done to the Hibbies. Everything's green as gold, as they say. Have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are all around the world.